A lot of centers are now in a phase. When was the big hype of bowling? Maybe in the 80s, where most of the centers were built during that time.
Yeah.
And now it is time to find usually the next generation comes in now. And with the next generation, I do not mean, the son or daughter taking over the center, but also the next generation in terms of the next generation of customer. Yeah, the customer
Yeah.
life cycle. And usually those centers are also now need to make investments in their building, in their business, in their employees, and generally there is no guide how to do that. There is
Mhm.
no guide of what's the best way to involve your son in the business or daughter in the business. There's no guide of what investments do you need to make now to make
Mhm.
yourself profitable for the future. So it's really a turning point for a lot
Yeah.
of centers because they're already 30 years old and they need to do something, or because they're in a situation that the next generation takes over, or the next generation of customer now takes over because the league bowlers don't come so frequently anymore.
Mhm.
And so there's basically those three dimensions that come together now, and they require action because doing nothing is not a strategy.
Mhm.
So to find the balance, okay, first of all, you have to realize, okay, I have to, and then to know where you have to invest and how much and how to invest. Those questions are just answered really looking at your business. Maybe also to bring someone in to look at your business because maybe you're already blind to the changes that you have to make because you worked there for so long. If you realize already this, then you're on a good path.
Yeah. No, I really like that. As far as there isn't a guide, you have to figure that out for yourself, what your priorities are, where you want to spend, because investment is always limited, right? You only have so much you can put in at any one time. So, what are those pieces that you want to move forward to ride that transition?
And it's so important. And the centers that come to us, then they already 10 steps into that process. So
Mm.
those centers have already had the realization that they have to change something. They already made the decisions, they already went through the process. But there is a lot of centers out there that are not doing anything right now,
Right.
and that's just not a strategy.
Yeah, they're only gonna be able to do that for so long before
Yeah.
things pass them.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that not every investment is $1 million investment. Not every investment means turning the whole center upside down and changing everything and that has worked in the past. It is just, okay, where was I 10 years ago? Where am I now? And then maybe it requires limited change only. I do not mean that there's a lot of profitable centers out there. They're doing a lot of things. And sometimes a change can also be maybe a little thing. I think this is something that has to happen constantly. But I think right now there is a big turning point that may trigger this. Yeah, from the outside.
Yeah.